you go. Not really a question, but it works out. Bang, bang, Niner gang. One of the things we say here at the 49ers Report. A little hint, it's producer Alicia's favorite football catchphrase. She says it all the time as we're preparing for shows. There you go. Bang, bang, Niner gang. Type it down below in the chat. Nice super chat there. Let's see. David has a super chat. So his says 5 years, $75 million with $60 million guaranteed for Kittle. Would that do it is the question. I would do it, but would Kittle do it? I mean, that's not $20 million a year because, of course, 5 times 20, let's do the math, is $100 million. So there'd be some money left out there. Of course, we talked about George Kittle's extension a lot here at the 49ers Report. I would not give him anything more than $15 million. Now, I guess if you want 16, sure, but anything more than $15 million for a tight end in a league that, yes, has good tight ends, but is still a quarterback, is still an offensive line, is still a defense-driven league. I wouldn't give him anything over $15 million. So I would like this contract, but does George Kittle want to do it? I don't think that he would. It's going to be interesting. I think they get the deal done, though, overall. And that's the question we'll ask you guys here as we get started here on our 49ers Live Q&A. Will Kittle get an extension this season? Type Y down below for yes. Type N down below for no. It says off-season, so actually before the season starts. Type Y down below for yes. Type N down below for no. I think it will happen. At the same time, it's not going to be for $20 million a year, so someone's got to give. What's it going to be, Kittle or the front office? Stay tuned to the 49ers Report. The day that Kittle has an extension, we will have coverage for you guys here. Full breakdowns as we always do. Again, hashtag 49ers. Get your questions in on the show. A lot of questions are coming in right now. We're going to jump into this one. Gabriel Garza asks, should we trade Kittle for Jamal Adams and a first-round pick? Oh, my goodness. So they're going to give us a first-round Jamal Adams. Not a chance. Well, first off, listen, I wouldn't do this anyway because I don't think the 49ers need Jamal Adams. Is Jamal Adams good? Yes, he's probably one of the best safeties, if not the best safety in the league. But why would you trade George Kittle or why would the Jets trade for a tight end and then give us not only Adams but also a first-round draft pick? It just makes absolutely no sense. Now, you want to go straight up, then maybe we can start talking because that'd be interesting. But the Jets aren't going to give us a first-round draft pick overall. We're going to get a lot of Jamal Adams questions. I'm prepared for all the Jamal Adams questions. I'd be blown away if the 49ers actually made a move. Right now, if demanded a trade, we'll see what happens. I don't think he's going to be a 49er. Let's see. Danielle asked, I think Deebo will come back on time, and will he come back better just like Jimmy Garoppolo did? So, again, we started the show talking about Deebo Samuel. There is no timetable. They just said early part of the season. So, does that mean week 1? Does that mean week 5? Like, I would still consider week 5 and 6 the early part of the season. So, I really don't know the answer to this. It really depends on how the surgery goes, which we can confidently report. It has been reported that he did, in fact, have the surgery on the Jones fracture today. Of course, suffered it on Tuesday, had it today. We don't know when he will be ready, but they say early part of the season. In terms of coming back, it's different. The hope is yes, although I did a little bit of quick research because this dropped like just before our show, and it looks like it's kind of a lingering thing. So there is a very real possibility Deebo comes back later on in the season and takes a couple of games to kind of get his feet under him, if you will. So the hope is yes. The hope is week 1. The hope is he's fine. But I think it's just kind of a wait and see what happens in terms of how long it's going to take for him to go ahead and be healthy. Again, early part of the season, we just don't know how early that is actually going to be. What we do know, though, of course, is that you will never miss a live 49ers video, really any 49ers report, if you click the notification bell down below. A lot of people are always like, Thomas, why do you keep pushing the notification bell? Because it'll literally pop up on your cell phone saying, hey, 49ers Report is live. Do you want to watch it? If you don't want to and you're busy, you just swipe off it. But if you want to watch it, like most of you guys do, then just swipe in and watch it. That's what the notification bell does. If you don't have that turned on, then more than likely, you're not going to be notified whenever we go live. So if you're sub, then you're good to go. But you should also click the notification bell. That way you're also good to go whenever we drop brand new stuff. More comments here. Let's see in terms of questions. This one is by Ariel. She asked, should we sign a wide receiver? So I was thinking about this today because the news dropped, and I'm driving back from work, and I'm thinking about what are the wide receivers that are available right now in the free agent market. And then I said, you know what? I need to do a video on this. That way I can do my research and find out who is available. On the top of my head, I can't even think of a good free agent wide receiver that is actually available right now. I did see on Twitter today that one Josh Gordon is applying for reinstatement for like the 80th time. So I'm sure we're going to get a Josh Gordon question in here saying, oh, we should sign Josh Gordon. listen, a lot of teams have tried to get Josh Gordon, and he has been, suspended by the league like a billion times. So I would not say Josh Gordon. That's probably the only answer I can give right now, because I'm racking my brain. Is there an actual good wide receiver? I guess Dez. Like, do you guys want Dez Bryant to be a 49er? The guy's like 50. He's had all these injuries. It's just, no, I think the 49ers are actually going to be okay. If Brandon Ayuk is as good as everyone's told us he is, and as good as he's going to be, then Ayuk, Hurd, Bourne, Pettis, maybe Travis Benjamin. There are a lot of young wide receivers on this team. All it takes is one person stepping up for a couple of games, and then the hope is obviously that Deebo comes back and is good to go. So we'll see. Carson, what does Carson ask? He asked, how many sacks/tackles do you think Bosa will have? It'll be double-digit sacks for sure. The question is, are we talking like 17? Like, is he going to go absolutely berserk, or is it going to be more like 12 or 13 or 14? I think anything over 10 sacks is a fantastic year for Nick Bosa. Got to remember, he's playing alongside Javon Kinlaw. He's playing alongside Eric Armstead. He's playing alongside what should be a healthy D Ford. So it's not like he's the only pass rusher getting sacks. They are going to mix and match. And, the hope is that all of them get 10. And then, some of the backups get 3 or 4. And then suddenly you're at 50 to 60 sacks overall in the year. If I had to put a number on it right now, 14? Is 14 fair? I mean, it's not an exaggerated estimate there. I think conservatively you'd go 10. And I think, in my opinion, it'd be 14 sacks overall. Tackles, who knows? I mean, good Lord. Tackles vary. And tackles are, to me, a kind of an inflated stat that don't really mean much, because you can really blow up a play and not get credited for the tackle. So answer your sacks. How about 14? That should, hopefully that answers your question there overall, Carson. All right. My favorite question of the show. Everyone has to participate in this one. You know who you are. Shout out your city, right? So I'm in Atlanta. I just shouted out my city. So I'm in Atlanta right now. Alicia's producing. She's in Dallas. Where are you guys watching from? A lot of people watch from the West Coast, people from the East Coast. A lot of people watch from overseas. We have Hawaii people. We have people from Hawaii watching. We have people from, I think we had a guy from Iceland watch last week. We get a lot of very interesting places from people from where they're watching. So shout out your city right now. Where are you watching? Watching from Atlanta also. Are we in the same city right now? Are you looking at the same sky that I am? Type what it is in the comment section down below right now. Give me your shout out in the chat right now. Also, the Stronger Together campaign is still going on. We've been talking about this for a while here at Chat Sports, but right now, chatsports.com/sfstrong will get you guys the Stronger Together t-shirt you see right next to me. It comes in gray. It comes in a gray hoodie. It can come in white. It can come in a white hoodie. Men's, women's, all that stuff. So if you need another gift for dad, like let's say you want to be an extra good son or daughter, get the mask and the shirt. It's right there. Links in the description, chatsports.com/sfstrong. Of course, Father's Day is coming up on the 21st, which is Sunday. So get them ordered right now. They're all less than $20, and all the proceeds go to COVID-19 relief funds. The NFL makes no money on these, which is really cool in terms of picking up a shirt that can also make a difference overall for what is going on. Chatsports.com/sfstrong. Get your Stronger Together t-shirt right now. Next question here that pops up is Jameer Canada, who asks, Phoenix. Oh, he's watching from Phoenix overall. Okay. All right. Phoenix, Arizona. How hot is it in Phoenix, Arizona right now? I don't know. It's got to be hot there. At least you're not a Cardinal fan. Antonio Brown. There it is. I was like, there's a big name that I'm missing. Jaden says Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown has been seen working out in his old, I think this is right, his old Raiders top and his Steeler bottoms with that darn old Raiders helmet that, of course, was the whole problem when he was with Mike Mayock. And, of course, Mitch's Raider channel can tell you all about that in terms of the mess that happened with Antonio Brown. Here's the deal. If you can guarantee me that Antonio Brown will walk in day one, be a good teammate, ball out, and not be a problem, I would love him. I'd pay him whatever he wanted because he's one of the best receivers in the National Football League. But if you watched Hard Knocks or were just competent last season and just looked at the basic news, you'd understand that Antonio Brown, that's just not the kind of guy that he is. He's proven time and time again. At first, it was the helmet, and then he froze his feet, and then he didn't want to play, and then he didn't want to practice. It's a mess. So if you can guarantee me that he's going to be good to go, then sure. I just don't think you can make that guarantee, so it's a risky move. Looks like Tony Romo's sister has a question here. Tori Romo, I don't know, it probably isn't. Let's see. Asks, what is one thing Jimmy G can change that'll make him a top 10 quarterback? Interceptions. It's that simple. He threw, 16 last year? Number 4, I think, in the league in interceptions. He was top 5 in the league in interceptions behind Phillip Rivers, who threw 21, and Jameis Winston, who threw 400. So if he makes the interceptions go down just a little bit, 16 down to 12, that's 4 less. would be huge. The majority of the great quarterbacks in the National Football League do not throw a lot of interceptions. They throw less than 10. They throw 6, 7, 8, 9, and at worst 10 or 11. So if Jimmy G can bring that down to where I think overall that will vault him into the top 10, because listen, he has all the tools, he has all the mechanics, he has all the smarts to play quarterback, he has the pocket presence, he's a great young quarterback. We pay him a good price. I mean, he's great overall. Bring the interceptions down a little bit. I think you got a top 10 quarterback right there in front of you. Let's see. Next question here would be from, okay, it's from Jack Cohen. As Jack Cohen asked, what would we have to trade for Jamal Adams cap space wise? Ooh, good question. So 49ers had, I got to remember this off the top of my head. I forgot to look this up before we went. They only had like $14 million, and then they had to go ahead and sign all their rookies, which took half of that, and then they did some restructuring. I think that they're at less than $10 million a year right now. So you would have to do a little bit of moves, but you remember, Jamal Adams is still on a very cheap deal. I think he's only going to cost you $10.7 million for the next 2 years. He's signed through 2020 and 2021. Now, he will want an extension eventually, but I don't think you have to do a lot of moves cap-wise because he's still on that very cheap contract, which really is why Jamal Adams wants to trade. The problem with Jamal Adams is he probably will not accept a trade unless the team trading for him has guaranteed that they will restructure his contract and make him one of the highest paid safeties in the NFL, which the 49ers cannot do if they want to make Kittle one of the highest paid, if not the highest paid tight end in the National Football League. So let me just say this. Jamal Adams is awesome. It's a sexy name. It may look great in a Niner uniform. It's just not going to happen. It just doesn't make sense for the 49ers. So I hate to crush the dreams, but it's just not going to happen overall. So if you were answering this, if you were me, I guess, you'd be typing P for pass right now because it's just not going to happen. Now, if you want it to happen and you want the Niners just to go all in and, trade away good players and all this stuff, then sure. You know what would be a trade that I would do? I just thought about this as you're typing your comments. If you could do D Ford plus a pick, and it'd probably have to be a first-round draft pick, honestly. D Ford and a first for Jamal Adams, would that get the deal done? I don't know. But I do know that you would save a lot of money because you're paying D Ford like $14 million this year. So you could create some cap space there and also get him off the roster. So I don't know. It's just not going to happen overall. Let's see here. Cameron Bailey asks, what's the question? Will Kinlaw have a better rookie season than Bosa? So defensive tackle is not known for getting a ton of sacks overall, and that's what Nick Bosa did very, very well. Double-digit sacks his rookie year. That's why he was so fantastic in 2019. Will he still have a great year? Yeah, 100%. I've said that many, many times before. He's going to have an absolutely fantastic season. But if you're talking just stats, I don't think it's going to be better than what Nick Bosa had overall. But at the same time, my words, Kinlaw is going to be very, very good.